AI agents continuing to make news, and of course today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest sectors I think that will be impacted, and that is the food industry. We'll break it all down for you. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into TechPath. I do want to thank our sponsor today, and that is Uphold. This is a place where you can actually get into one of the big tokens that I think could lead the way, and that is virtual. And of course you can get that over on Uphold as well as other places. But if you guys want to use our link, it's going to give you some additional benefits. So use that and join many others, earning up to 4.4% APY, even on your USD balance. So a lot of opportunity, no lockups, no monthly fees, FDIC insured over there. So check it out, Uphold, use our link down below. So today is going to be a good one because we've got a founder of an AI agent, a bot out there that we've talked about here on the show before. And it gets into the platform around virtuals. And you guys have heard us talk about virtuals for quite a bit. Obviously, they're moving into Solana. We'll see a lot more, I think, over time. I'll go down to the one that's going to be joining us today, which is the founder of Byte. But right there, holding at about 7.4 million, up 16%. A couple of others out there. Remember Polytrader, we've talked about them before. And I think this ecosystem is going to get active very quickly. I want to go to a clip, and then we'll bring our guest in to kind of get into this. But the reason that this is important is because the food industry could be one of the biggest sectors that benefits from this. So take a look at this.
Luna, the AI agent, is feeding one of her followers using crypto. She sends payment to Byte, another AI agent, who converts it to cash and notifies the restaurant. How does it feel to fulfill the first agentic pizza order?
Pretty excited. Let's do this.
Jesse has tagged Luna, says, "Hey Luna, I want some pizza." And Luna responded, "Hey Jesse, just send 50 USD to Byte for your pizza order." And we'll see here, Byte agent has responded, "Thanks for the payment, Luna. Here's a receipt, 30 USD. Thank you, Luna."
It gets sent into our machine. So what should happen in a couple moments? I just heard it in the background there. Let's come take a look. That is right there, the online ordering takeout, a red sauce pizza.
Perfect. Okay, online order ready.
All right, so we showed this last week. I think a lot of people had questions about this and the fact that two AI agents were basically interfacing. So we thought, hey, let's reach out to the teams and get them in. So today we've got Achilles joining us from Byte, who is the founder of BYTE A.I. Great to have you.
Hey, it's great to be here, Paul. Big fan of the show. Excited to talk about Byte.
Let's jump in a little bit to give our audience a little bit more understanding of what you guys are trying to do and really at least some of the initial things that you've started to do in terms of agent to agent, integrations. Give me the lowdown.
Yeah, so, Byte is the world's first fully autonomous AI agent for enabling food delivery. And we're bringing the world's best food ordering experience to our users. So one thing that we believe is that human language is the new UX. So across all services, Twitter, a web app, you could say an Alexa home device, Discord, Slack, anywhere where users are and they're using human language, they'll be able to interface with BYTE AI to empower the world's best food ordering experience. And if we get into the agent-to-agent commerce space, like we were talking about with the Luna example, there are 10,000 agents out there on virtual and even more across other frameworks. And what we are doing is giving a way for these agents to interact with our Byte agent to deliver food to their followers. And we think that these agents will want to order food for their followers to drive engagement and drive interest and mind share for themselves. We think that in this agent space, there's going to be a lot of specialization in labor, similar to classic economics, humans specialize in labor. And Byte is the specialized agent for the best food ordering experience you've ever had.
All right, so a lot to unpack here because I had a whole lot of questions on this. Many of our audience members probably know my background has been in the restaurant space before, mostly in the technology sector. And one of the things that I've kind of identified over the years is the advancement levels that we've started to see accelerate and also shorten in really the last maybe 2 cycles, all the way since the last scenario that we ran into in the restaurant industry, which was really kind of moving many more people to third-party delivery, which is the Uber, DoorDash, et cetera. The capacity here now that you have the consumer shifting and the industry shifting and then AI and crypto kind of merging is huge. And I think that's going to be a big opportunity here for a lot of projects like you. I want to ask you a couple of questions. One was the Coinbase Commerce integration that you guys did First of all, how'd you do it? What was the process there? And then I want to talk a little bit about DoorDash as well. So give me a rundown there.
So starting with Coinbase Commerce, we've been working closely with the Coinbase Commerce teams as well as the Coinbase developer platform teams. And early on, we were lucky enough to present a prototype at a developer bootcamp that I attended in New York City. And from there was a member of the Coinbase developer platform team. He saw it and he gave us insight onto, a brand new bleeding edge technology that they were working on, which was this agentic checkout with the Coinbase Commerce smart contracts, right? And that's what you've seen in the demos we've shared. It takes the funds that are in the agent's wallet. It creates a charge for the charge amount using the Coinbase Commerce APIs. And then it interacts with the Coinbase Commerce smart contract to essentially approve the charge and then pay the charge on chain. In our example, we're using USDC, but from discussions with the Coinbase Commerce team, it really can be used to, any token that has liquidity on Uniswap can be used to submit and remit the payment. And then we convert it to cash into our Coinbase Commerce account and remit that payment to the restaurants.
Gotcha. All right, so that's the beauty part of it, is you kind of handle the legacy side of this. If many people know how you make payments with restaurants today, it's all done through mostly merchant services. You're going through an e-commerce platform like Stripe or something like that. So this is a big deal. I think it's a big breakthrough. How do you get tied into the DoorDash API and maybe an Uber Eats API? What's the connection to where you're actually being able to go through and place the order to the restaurant who's on a closed system for the most part?
Yeah, so this is a great question. And I think this is one of the things I've been most looking forward to discussing with you, because there's a lot of questions out there about this. So DoorDash component is purely for the delivery of the order. We are building a direct integration into the POS systems of these restaurant networks. So I can give an idea of some of the restaurants we're working with. We're working with a large network of KFC franchises. They and it's not just
wait a
KFC.
minute. I just want to stop you there for a second.
Yeah, of course.
You're talking about, that's a leapfrog. I mean, you're essentially going around a third-party ecosystem, which means that the fees for the third-party system, how are you circumventing that?
So we still pay DoorDash for the delivery fee. We have to, collect that money from the consumer to pay for the DoorDash delivery, right? But the Drive APIs, and we've worked with DoorDash.
It's a different scenario than what you're dealing with most of the sign-up scenarios where a restaurant just signs up for DoorDash or Uber Eats. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly.
Continue there. Sorry, because I could see this is lowering the cost to the restaurant in a big way.
Yes. So this is actually, that's a really important component, right? And we're talking about what our fee structure is and deciding that. But we're just really excited to connect with the restaurants for now, right? But it's like you said, they are not going through the DoorDash system for the actual food order piece. DoorDash is strictly for dispatching the driver using the Drive API and delivering it to the consumer. We are directly integrating with the POS systems of these restaurant networks. So going back to the examples you've seen in our demos, right? When that charge is placed, that money is then remitted to our Coinbase Commerce account. We remit that money to both the restaurant for the food and DoorDash for the delivery. And then the order is injected directly into the POS systems of these restaurants.
Okay. This is going to be huge. I'm going to tell
Thank
you.
We feel this too. Yeah.
The innovation that we're watching happen right now in retail commerce is absolutely mind-boggling to me. And of course, now we're seeing costs being driven down on AI, obviously with Deepseek this week. So the potential of cost to be able to roll some of these implementations out is going to be, wow, is going to be pretty cool. I want to play a clip for you, and then I've got some more questions. I got to unpack a lot of stuff here. But I want to go to this next clip that we'll get into voice ordering. It's a demo, but take a look at this.
There's a drive-through like menu from which we can order. Hello, can I order a spicy chicken combo sandwich?
Sure. I've noted your order for a spicy chicken combo sandwich. Anything else you'd like to add?
Perfect. Let's check out.
Hooray! Your spicy chicken combo is on the way. Your order is placed, and the DoorDash link is on your screen.
Hey, Dwayne, did you get that order?
Yep, so it just popped up on our screen. It shows DoorDash order, pickup time.
And I can track my order, and you can see my estimated delivery time and when the dasher is going to reach my house.
Okay. All right. So we saw voice integration. the potential of integration within Twitter, which is kind of unique because obviously we'll see a lot more of that, I think. Likelihood of social media will most likely see transactions also take place. I'm still a little bit irked that Elon hasn't figured out how to accept crypto inside of X. Once that occurs, that's going to start to shake things up as well. All right, so a lot going forward here. Now I want to talk a little bit about this agent-to-agent deal that you did with Luna. So on screen right now, you guys did this partnership. Luna, of course, one of the top virtuals AI agent out there. Some of you guys are bought the Luna token. How did this hookup happen?
Yeah. So we've been working really closely with the teams over at Virtuals, talking directly with Jansen, the founder of Virtuals. He's really helped us build our product, build our AI agent, launch on Virtuals, launch our token. And as part of that, we've also been directly interfacing with the teams behind Luna. From both sides, it felt like a natural fit, right? Luna has a goal to get to 100,000 Twitter followers. And we thought, hey, partner with Byte. We can start feeding some followers, drive some engagement. I think the Jesse food ordering got a lot of engagement. So I haven't asked them directly, but I'm guessing they got a good amount of followers from that. And this partnership, what I think I really want to highlight here is that this is going to be the first agent-to-agent commerce at scale. We did the proof of concept. We did the first pizza delivery order. And, there are more details coming soon about exactly what we'll be sending to the users with this new partnership. So I'll let the marketing teams, put that information out just keep an eye out because that's coming. But it's going to be the first time at scale, I would say, right? So Luna is going to be delivering orders to her followers using Byte and partnering with Byte on a scale that has never been seen before.
Okay, so you're looking at scale within the AI agents themselves. Before I go to your agent leaderboard, I want to kind of go back to the restaurants for a second, because you look at onboarding. One of the problems that the food industry has faced, well, there's many. You've got the merchant fees for transacting in credit and debit. You've got the third-party delivery fees. Then you got the operational fees. All these kind of things that stack upon a restaurant. How are you onboarding restaurants at scale? So some restaurant says, "Yeah, I want to use this. How can I?" What's the scale in which you guys are going about that?
Yeah, this is a really great question. So I think before I mentioned, the network of franchises that we're already partnered with for the KFC and other restaurants, cover all the KFCs, Taco Bell's, Burger King's in the state of Hawaii. And we're also in discussions with another franchise that owns all the Burger King's in the state of Texas. And what we're seeing is, like I mentioned before, we're building a direct integration into the POS systems. So from their perspective, these orders are coming in just like any other order. So it's great from them. An order comes in, they fulfill like they would any other order. And you can just think of us as like, it's similar to their, third-party delivery service experience for their restaurant.
Gotcha.
And I would also say then what we are starting to see is that these franchisees are excited about the opportunity, and they are putting us in touch with conversations at the corporate level with these networks of restaurants. And so I can't go into like too much specifics on who, but
that's good.
We're in discussions at that level and figuring out the logistics of how we can open it up to an even larger network of locations.
Well, I mean, there is that's a little bit of a time bomb, I think, when you look at the restaurant industry as a whole. I mean, the biggest brands out there, someone like a Starbucks, McDonald's, I mean, you're still talking about 50,000 locations in the United States. There's over, I think, almost 20,000 restaurant brands right now that are multi-unit within the U.S. So market is huge, 1.6 trillion in terms of overall sales just in the U.S. So the opportunity, it could be huge here. So I'm very excited for you guys and what you're doing. I'm looking at your AI agent leaderboard. You got Luna on the board right now. Explain this. Are we going to have more agents coming in on this leaderboard? What's going on here?
Yes, that's the plan. So, our Byte agent that we launched on Virtuals, right? His goal is to feed or fulfill 1 billion orders from agents. And the agent leaderboard is exciting. And I think it goes a little bit into really what we're trying to show here is who are the agents that are interacting with Byte. I think it's kind of a signal to the developers of these agents as well as the followers out there that, hey, here are agents that are interacting with Byte, and if you want to get a free food order, try tweet at one of these agents. They'll interact with Byte and send food to you for free. And so I think that's kind of the idea behind this. That to us, this is a signal to developers, users out there that, hey, here are AI agents that are interacting with Byte to deliver food to your doorstep.
I've started to talk to a handful of guys in the industry, the restaurant industry, that, you know, we coach a lot of brands that are in that sector quite a bit on where blockchain is going, loyalty systems, you know, the interaction obviously with what we're seeing now with AI agents. And many of these brands are really taking on to this much faster than even the era of social media, which was a little bit of a slow uptake for that industry. So you may be at the right time here. I want to jump over to your website, and I'm looking at the sign-up process here. You look at the Twitter account, that would have to be connected here in this particular sign-up process. Then you've got a DoorDash delivery address. Let me kind of zoom in on that for some of our viewers. If you have a Coinbase account, like a Coinbase merchant account, Coinbase Commerce, and you have the integration of wallet and address, is Coinbase collecting and tying a personal address to a wallet in some way here? Or is this something that you're having to do on the back end for delivery mechanism?
This is a really great question. And it is, we don't send this information on the Coinbase Commerce charge. Really, the charge is just to get the actual and capture the payment, right?
Okay.
And then we have to, so we do need, right, the delivery address and the phone number, because
why
those are
the Twitter
requirements for
connection?
DoorDash.
Yeah, why the
To
X connection?
empower the agents to deliver food to the
okay.
users,
All right.
right? Because if you're on Twitter, we don't want an agent saying deliver food to Paul Barron without Paul Barron knowing.
Right.
So we need you to onboard to app.try
So that's
a byte, that XYZ.
almost your communication mechanism without an email or, you know, a text number. So I'm okay. Okay, so I'm cool with that on X being the potential interface for that. But not everybody's on X. I mean, there's a limited market there. You know, how at some point you're going to have to scale to probably a text-based system at some point.
Yeah, so you're totally right. And we're looking to open up, you know, additional login methods. And I would say on the topic of privacy as well, my co-founder just had a great meeting with someone from the Coinbase identity team earlier this week to discuss, hey, you know, we're looking to partner with Coinbase, you know, drive forward and build some solutions for us, because we think our use case, right, where users want to maintain privacy, they want to own their own data. We obviously need address to deliver food to people, right? But we don't necessarily need to, I would say, custody that information. So we are working with Coinbase and reviewing other solutions out there in the market, because we obviously Web3, that's a big benefit, right? Is being able to own your own data, your privacy, and really we just use it for where we need it to deliver the food order. And so these are things we're looking into for sure and are excited about the developments coming here.
I'm looking at it over on Virtuals. Some of you guys always ask, where do you go to get some of these Virtuals tokens? Right there on the Virtuals platform. You guys can get into that. This is still on Base, and eventually we're going to probably see this stuff over on Solana. How does the tokenomics work on Byte?
This is a really great question, and we've had really great conversations with Jansen, the founder of Virtuals, who's given us some ideas that we are working on. But our idea, and I think it ties back to the agent leaderboard that we showed before, right? So the idea with the agent-to-agent commerce would be that we're going to charge a fee to these agents. These agents have a lot of money in their wallet. Luna has a ton of funds in her agent wallet. And the idea would be that we're going to have, we'll say like a fixed menu, like a pizza is whatever, $30 we need to remit to the merchant, right? But we will charge an agent like Luna $100 in Virtuals tokens. So then, or some price, we're still working on price. But let's say in that example, you have that extra $70, correct? So we will then convert that 70 to Byte tokens and then burn half of those tokens. And then the other tokens will sit in our agent's wallet. So this is one idea we're really excited about. And really, I think what we love about it is the more orders, the more tokens get burned, the more tokens sit in the agent's wallet that we're taking out of the market. And this is just one of the ideas that we're looking into, but are happy to share that. And that's where the team is headed right now.
Okay, so I'm looking at your holder distribution right now, 20,000 holders. There is the dev holder, which is holding it around almost 60%. What are your plans of utilizing the token, whether it's promotions, airdrops? What's your plan here?
Yeah, so definitely promotions. We want to reward early users, right, of our product once we start rolling out and delivering orders to people. We also want to, think of ways to reward like early restaurants that want to onboard. And it's actually really interesting in conversations with these restaurants and I think they're more open to crypto than you would think on the surface. And we're having conversations around, staking tokens, holding tokens, and giving them some staking rewards. So these are things that we're discussing and working out. But I think it's really encouraging. I think you touched upon it before, that restaurant industry is interestingly more open and adoptive, I would say, of this crypto technology and blockchain technology than you might have thought.
You're hitting on something, though, that is never been hit on before, okay? And this is the reason that I keep saying that when crypto cracks the code to the food industry, it will be a treasure trove. And here's the reason why. And everybody misses this, and that is one of the biggest expense line items, really the top two for a restaurant. One is the merchant service fees. These are upwards of 2 to 3%. When you're running a restaurant that are running $3-4 million on top line revenue, and you have such a small margin, then you stack on third-party delivery fees, which could range anywhere between 15 and 30% of the ticket. That's the retail price. These kind of fees are, they're killing the restaurant industry. So whoever solves this, believe me, they will come in droves to get to a lower cost to be able to reach the end user. And I think that's the key that both crypto, AI, now kind of in unison are hitting for sure. What were your thoughts? What was your thoughts when Virtual said, hey, we're going to move? They announced it over at one of the events last week. We're going to move to Solana. This was a big news. Positive for you guys? What did you think?
Definitely positive. I think what's really great about the crossover in AI and crypto is that it's really abstracting, I would say, like the layers of like the multi-chain world. It's so much easier to interact across chains. You see it with all the things like the ELIZA frameworks are doing and the Virtuals framework now moving to Solana. And I guess for us, it's a new community we're reaching as well, right? When the Byte token is on Solana, on dexes like Jupiter, these are users that are they're probably only on Solana. So now we can tap into that community base. They can hold the Byte token. We can interact and reward those users as part of our community. So we're really excited, as well as I think Virtuals is, to open it up to Solana.
I think it's going to be huge. I'm kind of curious. You mentioned Jupiter, so that I'm assuming that means Byte's probably coming on Jupiter as well. Okay, so I'm looking over at the Solana mobile system. We talked about this. We were probably one of the first companies to break out Saga and get it on the map. Solana, of course, I think was saved, the mobile division was saved by a meme token, Bonk. And it was when we saw the first airdrop that went into a hardware device. It changed the game on loyalty mechanisms and how blockchain is going to be used for this. So why not go this direction where somebody that's using Byte, now that Virtuals is on Solana, would be able, and especially for the Saga and the Seeker holders, of being able to have a Web3 native phone, of starting to get those kind of rewards. Because if you can execute on a mobile device a loyalty system that is a food ordering platform, that would be the holy grail. It'd be the holy grail.
I'm glad you think so, Paul, because we feel the same. And I believe that's where we're headed. And as I mentioned, with this technology moving so fast in the AI space, I believe very soon you'll see that Byte will be able to transact on Solana. And I don't know, I guess I don't want to speak about some of the conversations I've heard on what teams are building out there, but I see a future where Byte will be transacting on Solana.
Very cool. I like it. What about gaming? A couple of projects out there. Lifer is one. We've talked about Devour before. Some of these projects have not been able to execute on really food ordering and gaming experiences. Now we're going to see AI agents in game, as opposed to this kind of model that has been out there in the past. You can kind of see what's been used here. Any plan to possibly put the Byte agent inside gaming?
Yes, and I think I'm so glad you brought this up, because this is one of the things that I'm personally most excited about as an opportunity. And I think it comes back to what I said at the top, that the new UX is human language. So across any surface, Twitter, Discord, Alexa home devices, a web app, anywhere where humans are and can use human language, this is now a UX that we can tap into and a surface that we can tap into to connect our Byte agent to empower the best food ordering experience you've ever had in your life. And so focusing in on the in-game food ordering, I'll talk about just one quick example. We, through our Byte agent, are unlocking a single prompt checkout experience. And what I mean is I can tell Byte agent, hey, I'm looking for something healthy and I want it delivered in the next 45 minutes.
Right.
Just go check out and deliver that food order to me. And
Mm-hmm.
this is I'm interacting with our Byte technology right now and doing these tests, and it executes the transaction. Or you could
Yeah.
say, hey, I'm looking for something really delicious. You know what I like. Just go ahead and send me something. So we're moving away, I would say, from like the in-game experience. If you're just in the middle of a battle in an MMO,
Yeah.
RPG, or something like that, you could just type in the chat, hey, Byte, I'm busy right now. You know what I want to eat. Just send me something. And that's it. And it
Yeah.
executes a transaction, sends it to the restaurant, and delivers it to you.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about there. We could spend a couple hours, I think, on trying to map that out because there's a lot of integrations of preference, which if you look at Uber Eats and how they use that as a marketplace, it's really more of a marketing tool than anything. I could see this happening in the agent marketplace as well. So we won't dive into that today, but it's something to think about. I want to go further into a little bit here around, well, one thing to kind of track here, I've got a clip I want to play for you, but if you look at Virtual's protocol and what they've been talking about with G.A.M.E, which is the platform essentially for integration here, 200 projects right now building and using G.A.M.E with a collective market cap of about 500 million. This is just beginning. So even though that sounds like a lot of projects, but I think this is just the beginning of where this is going. And if you look at just the chart and use of where Virtuals is going. So that's a big deal. I think this is good for you. I want to play a clip for you that is one of the friends of the network, Yat Siu. He's over from Animoca Brands. He breaks down something here that I think is interesting. Take a look.
But I think the big trigger point for AI in gaming, I actually think it's going to be GTA 6. But I don't think it's because people are going to say, oh my goodness, this is, like GTA is going crypto. No. I don't mean that. People are going to sort of see the power of what an NPC can do and work and evolve. It's going to mushroom all these companies. Basically, companies like Virtuals are going to start issuing gaming agents, like that type of stuff, right? I think the Web3 community is so forward-looking, right? They're the earliest of early adopters in a speculative manner, right? Yeah. When there's a big cultural event that captures everyone's zeitgeist, then you will see essentially tokens emerge from that. I think will come around the time GTA is getting its hype cycle, I think.
There you go. GTA 6 could be opening up with enough AI agents right there. Once we see food ordering in there, a lot happening out there for sure, man. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that you brought that up.
Well, and this is going to happen, I think, pretty quickly, too. I mean, we've seen such an acceleration. If you think about AI agents, and for many of you guys in the audience right now, drop in the first time or the first video that you saw on AI agents. Let me know down below. I mean, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure and do that as well. Well, a couple last questions to you. I want to go over to grocery. This is just a clip just showing some of the advancements that are happening out there on grocery right now and the potential for this. So if you look at AI agents, why not the grocery category, which is the other food major category out there that could be implemented on this? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. And I think the way we view it as Byte is we're building right now, we're winning on food ordering, right? And food delivery and giving the users the best food ordering experience that they've ever had. But as we, grow our network of users, people start using Byte, we tap into, those users' address and phone number through some of the methods, right, we talked about before. Now we have brand recognition. Users trust Byte. They see they've been using Byte. The Byte agent gets an idea of their preferences, and now we can move to delivering anything to them. So
Okay.
if you think about that, like that's grocery is just one category, but many other categories, right? Where once users are onboarded and using Byte and familiar with it, now it's just a really easy leap to go to many other verticals.
Right. Yeah. You guys, well, we could talk about this after, but there's a lot happening in the drone delivery space. We've already seen that within China really accelerate. I don't know if we'll see it here as quickly in the U.S., but it could be. There are some companies out there that have made some interesting moves. Last point I want to hit on, this was some Masari research, which I thought was interesting to many of you guys. I know you guys are trying to chase tokens out here, but if you look at the size of Shiba right now versus the entire agent market cap, That's the difference of one meme token. Yeah, so you guys are early. Many of you people out there watching right now, you're early. So the cool thing here that the researcher put out on Messari was he was talking about Deepseek. And of course, what Deepseek's potential is really speeding up the timeline for what we're going to see in terms of quality agents at a very low cost. This has to be exciting for software guys like you of where this is going. Is that where you see the future coming soon? Just
Totally.
explosion?
Yeah. I totally agree there. And I think it's really interesting to see some of the takes and the reactions to the DeepSeek news, because I think what you described is how I feel about it as well. Right now, this technology, this AI technology, is the most expensive, the slowest, and the worst it's ever going to be. It's
Right.
just, and when you see something like DeepSeek come out, for software products like ourselves, right, that are leveraging this AI technology, it's only going to get faster, better, cheaper. And for us, that's perfect. It's driving down the costs of the AI technology
Yeah.
that we need to rely on, and that allows us to drive down costs to the end consumer. And also, in addition to driving down the costs, it's going to get faster and better. So this is just a big win for us, we feel.
Yeah. Huge opportunities here. I think you guys are on to a big crack in the matrix that's about to happen. So get ready.
Yeah, we feel the same, Paul.
Yeah, thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it. We appreciate your time. We're going to be watching very closely this and many other projects out there within the AI agent world. So you guys stay tuned right here, but thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Paul. We'll talk soon.
Okay. All right, you guys, if you're not in the Diamond Circle, get in right now. By the way, we have an amazing Telegram group that I frequent in there. I jump in, talk to you guys. So if you want to join, it's very easy. Just click the link down below. We leave it right under the Diamond Circle, which is our email list. If you like email better, in case you don't have a Telegram account, you can do that as well. Follow me out there on X, @PaulBaron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.